Okay, welcome to revision in Further Mathematics 2023 Waec. This is section A of Further Mathematics. Look at the question. If 9 combination x equals 4 into 7 combination s minus 1, cross the bracket, find the values of s. Okay. Let's write down the question. If 9 combination s equals 4 into 7 combination x minus 1, find the values of s. If you're a wise student, so far you heard the word values, it means s is not going to be one value, okay? But there's something you need to do. What are you saying? You are saying combination. Now, recall the formula for what? Combination. What is it? That's n combination r equals to n factorial all over n minus r factorial dot r factorial. This is your formula. But remember, in permutation, there is no repetition again. You have only n minus r. So, following this, left-hand side, 9 factorial all over 9 minus x all into factorial x factorial equals 4, open the bracket, 7 factorial all over 7 minus bracket s minus 1. I will show you the reason why I decided to open a new bracket entirely. Okay, this is what we have. Those of you complaining about F maths is when you don't know the rule guiding what you are doing, you find it difficult. Now, we need to do something here. This is 9 factorial. It's a 9 factorial all over 9 minus s all factorial into s factorial equals 4 into 7 factorial all over 7 minus s minus this, meaning 8 minus s all factorial into x minus 1 all factorial. Good. So the next here, I want to check this can always grow to the bigger one. The rule is n into n minus 1. We want to create next n minus 1 minus 1. Next n minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. This is how you keep going. So n minus 1 into n minus 2. Can you see it? N minus 3. I'm just showing you sample so you can know actually how to expand or simplify the combination. So I will have to go with, I have 9 factorial all over 9 minus s into factorial x factorial equals 4 into 7 factorial all over 8 minus s factorial 9 minus x factorial all factorial into x minus 1 all factorial. Close it. Recall that if I cross multiply this way, I'll have 9 factorial into 8 minus s, 9 minus s, all factorial, x minus 1 all factorial equals 4.7 factorial dot 9 minus s all factorial dot s into s minus 1 factorial. So that this can take care of this. This can also take care of this. So what are you left with? We are left with 9 factorial dot 8 minus s equals 4.7 factorial dot s, okay? Let's get this to wow. S into this 1 factorial to 1 factorial. Okay. Let's expand this thing very well. For the formula I introduced to you, let's use this way. This is 9 factorial all over 9 minus s minus 1. The thing will decrease all factorial into x factorial, meaning s into x minus 1 factorial, okay, equals 4 multiplied by 7 factorial all over 8 minus x all factorial all factorial into x minus 1 factorial. Good. So 9 minus 1 will reduce to 8, meaning 9 factorial all over 8 minus s all factorial into s dot s minus 1 factorial equals 4.7 factorial all over 8 minus s factorial s minus 1 factorial. That is 9 factorial all over 9 minus s into 8 minus x all factorial dot s factorial means after s the next is x minus 1 factorial, okay, equals 4.7 factorial all over 8 minus s all factorial into x minus 1 all factorial. If this goes this way and this goes this way, it means this will take care of this and this will take care of this. Okay. So now 9 factorial all over 9 minus s into s equals 4.7 factorial all over 1. So 9 factorial implies 9.8.7 factorial all over 9 minus s into s equals 4.7 factorial. 7 factorial will take care of itself. 72 equals 9 minus s into s dot 4. 72 equals 9s minus s squared times 4. So 72 equals, nice. Okay, 36 x minus 4s squared. Let's break this thing down. This is 36, 18. Break it down again. That's 18, 9s. Okay, that's s squared. So I have s squared minus 9s minus 18 equals 0, okay? Now, the two numbers, when we link it, you can see minus 18s squared. The two numbers that can go, let's still go back to LCM. You know, when you're solving, you need to be very, very careful. Especially when you want to factorize, if it's not working out, try to check if there is any error you have committed. This 2, this is 9, 3, 3 again, 1. That is 9 times 2 is 18. Then 2 times 3 is 6, and this is 3. Okay, meaning 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay, we have gotten the two factors perfectly. So we have s squared minus 6s minus 6s minus 3s plus 18 equals 0. Now we need to factorize completely. I will have s squared minus 6s minus 3s plus 18 equals 0. So equals what? This s into s minus 6 minus 3 into s minus 6 all equal to 0. I will have s minus 3 or s minus 6 equals 0. Therefore, s is 3 or 6. So the question says find the values of x. So the values of s are 3 or 6. So next question, that's question number 2. Good, this is question number 2. The volume of a cube is increasing at the rate of theorem number 1/2 cm cube per second. Find the rate of change of the side of the what? Base when its length is 6 centimeters. Good. You heard about cube. What is volume of cube? V equals L cube. Now the volume is increasing at the rate of, that is dV dt equals theorem number 1/2 centimeter cube per seconds. Then find the rate of change of the base of the length, if the length is 6 cm. Okay, now dV dl equals 3L squared. Now dl dt equals question mark. We don't know the L dt. It means we are looking for the L dt. So if we say the V dt, the V dt equals the V dl times the L dt. We are looking for the L dt. That means that the L dt equals the V dt all over the V dl. Now, the L dt equals the V dt. What is the V dt? That's 7/2 when we convert, divided by the V dl. What is the V dl? 3L squared. Now, the L dt equals 7/2 all over 3 into L. What is L? 6. So 6 squared, meaning the L dt equals 3.5 divided by 3 times 36. So the L all over the t equals 3 times 36, 108, 3.5 all over 108. 3.5 divided by 108. The L dt equals 0.0324. So the L dt is what? 0.0324. That's cm per seconds. Length is centimeter, then per seconds. That is the unit. Now let's go over to question number 3a. The inverse of a function f is given by f inverse f x equals 5s minus 6 all over 4 minus s. Okay, this is an inverse that was given. There's f inverse of 1x equals 5x minus 6 all over 4 minus s. Recall that y equals this function f of s. If this is this, then so what do you do? Cross multiply so that 4y minus xy equals 5s minus 6. Okay? Our target is to make a subject with formula, meaning 4y plus 6 equals 5s plus xy. Okay? So 4y plus 6 equals x is common, s into 5 plus y. So making s subject of the formula, it means dividing through by 5 plus y. 5 plus y. So the original value of s equals to 4y plus 6 all over 5 plus y. So this is the original function. F of x equals this. F of s equals this. Now, we need to solve the b part of it. Given that f of f is this, find the value of x for which f of this equals 5. So they're interested in the value of x. So I will let you know that 4y plus 6 all over 5 plus y equals to 5. But they are interested in value of x. So you are replacing this. So 4s plus 6 all over 5 plus x equals 5. I will cross multiply 5 into 5 plus s equals 4s plus 6. So 25 plus 5s equals 4s plus 6, okay? So that 25 minus 6 equals 4s minus 5s. So that minus s equals 19. Therefore, s equals minus 19. So that is question number 3, and that is end of question number 3. We are now entering question number 4. The first term of an arithmetic progression is minus 8. The last term is 52. And the sum of the terms is 286. Find the number of terms in the series. Okay, this is a mere arithmetic progression question. So, the parameters given, the first term of an AP is minus 8. The last term is 52. Sn equals 286. Good. I have to let you know that Sn, recall, equals n all over 2 into a plus l, okay? If you have this, it means you don't even have any problem here. Yeah? This is 286 equals n all over 2 into minus 8 plus 52. That's all. So 286 equals n all over 2 into 52 minus 8 into 44. 2 here, 2 here. That is 2h6 equals 22n. Divide through by 22. We have 2h6 all over 22 equals 22n all over 22. Therefore, n equals 2h6 all over 22, 13. How many times are there in the series? There are 13 times in the series. So n is what? 13. I think the speed is not too much. I'm still going back. I know some of you may be thinking about this formula Tn. What about Tn equals this into this minus this into this? Good. But if you watch very well, nothing concerns common difference. Meaning going back to this formula will be a waste of time. So the best formula, you follow the terms they call for you, the language they use for you. Here, the major factor here is sum and the last term. So I have to invite the formula that carries last term. That's why I'm using this. So don't be perturbed about the formula I used. Okay, the B part of this question say that find the common difference. Good. Now we're interested in common difference. If this, we have number of terms, I think it's easy now. So just say Tn equals A, okay, plus this n minus 1 into D. Recall that last term is the same thing as Tn. So I can say 2a6 equals minus 8 plus 13 minus 1 into D, okay? So I will say 2a6 plus 8 if I add 8 to both sides equals 12D, okay? This is 4, 14, this is 9, 294 equals what? 12D. So if I multiply through by the multiplicative inverse of 12, that is 1 over this. D now equals 294 over 12. D is 24.5. This is the common difference in this question, 24.5. Okay, question number 5. The table shows the distribution of heights cm of 16 seedlings in a vegetable garden. Draw a histogram for this distribution. Okay, look at the nature of this table. Most of us we are already used to lower class boundary and upper class boundary, which is good. But there is a case that value we know will have to change depending on the nature of your table. You have height, you have frequency. Let the height be h, frequency f. See our range, 0.1 to 0.3. Imagine. That is 6, 0.4 to 0.6, 9. Another one is 0.7 to 0.9, 12. Then 1 0.0 to 1.4, 15, 1.5 to 1.9, 3. Okay. Whenever you're dealing with a histogram, there is a difference between histogram and ExamGuide or cumulative frequency curve. Both of them, the table are not the same, though almost the same, but it's just the number of columns. You need only 3 columns in histogram, while you will need 4 columns in ExamGuide. So, I want to prepare the table for this histogram. I will have my height, the frequency, class boundary. This is all I need. CB, class boundary. Class boundary. Zero 0.1 to 0.3, 6, 0.4 to 0.6, 9, 0.7 to 0.9, 12, 1.0 to 1.4, 15, 1.5 to 1.9, 3, 2.0 to 2.2, 2.3 to 2.5, 6, this is 9. This is the class boundary now. You know, our lower class boundary has been known to be number minus 0.5. And upper class boundary has also been known for this, number plus 0.5. But the challenge we are having here is that the number we have is so small that we can't range it. So look at the only solution here. This 0.5 will change to 0.05. So that lower class boundary equals n, that is 0.1 minus 0.05 to give us what? Let's check. 0.1 minus 0.05. So it will now give us 0.05. So 0.3 plus 0.05, 0.35. So look at it, 0.05 to 0.35. Starting point now, 0.35 to 0.65. 0.6 plus 0.05, 0.65. 0.65 to 0.95. 0.95 to 1.45. 1.45 to 1.95. 1.95 to 2.25. 2.25 to 2.55. So this is the table for this histogram. So we are good to go. Recall you are plotting frequency against class boundary. And the movement from this lower down, you don't go back to lower again. So let us sketch the graph now. Still take note of these formulas. Anyway, let me still leave it there. I want to draw the histogram. If this happens to be a histogram, this is our class boundary. Class boundary. Okay, and this way represent frequency. So let's give, and scale will not be given to you. You are the one to choose your scale. So learn how to do it. Check the highest value of the frequency. I think it's 15. So we may decide to choose 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. It has covered all the range. 20, let's say 20. Here is already given. From here to here is 0.35, 0.65, 0.95, 1.45, 1.95, 2.25, 2.55. So that is all you need. Now, when it was, the frequency is 6, it was ranging 0.05 to 0.35. Look at 6. Carefully use your ruler. Remember the rule in histogram. The length and width, they must be the same, and they are joined together. So under 9, it was 6.5. Look at, if you watch here, it should be 9. But it's also being calculated for. How do you do it? The difference between 4 and 2 is what? 2. So the formula for graph division is the number you assign divided by 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters represent 10 holes. That is, if I say 2 over 10, it will be reading 0.2. It means each hole here is 0.2. If each hole is 0.2, look at what will happen. We wanted to get 9, isn't it? And we believe that 9 is half of this. Half of 10 is what? 5. So 5 times 0.2. 1, meaning 1 plus 8, 9. Can you see it? I am right. So, but for record purpose, jot down graph division equals number assigned all over 2cm. 2cm equals 10 small holes of your graph. Please take note. You will not see it. Just take note of this. So grab the formula, make use of it whenever you are plotting graph. Number assigned, or the number you assigned, all over 2 centimeters, where 2 centimeters represent what? 10 small squares of your graph. So the next here is 12. The same way, this is your 12. You got to count down. The next is 15. It will move to 15. It will still come down. Then the next is 3. See my 3 here. You flow down. 6 go this way. It also flows down. 9. And that is it. This is your histogram. Let's see if there is another question. They said draw a histogram for the distribution. Use the histogram to estimate the modal height of the seedlings. Now, mode simply means the highest occurring frequency, okay? Highest occurring frequency. Now, What is the highest height here? It is this. So look at what you do. The point of intersection, the one touching the highest one. So place your ruler, you move this way. You also place, you go like this. Can you see the point of intersection? Trace it down. As I'm doing this, as you're watching this video, please pick up your graph, follow what I'm doing exactly. So you do it this way. Here is called what? The modal height. Now there is something I'll have to do now. Doing this isn't enough, but getting the accurate solution is what matters a lot. So do you remember that there was a question I asked you here? I said, what is the difference between 2 and 4? And the solution was 2. Now I want to ask another question. What is the difference between 0.35 and 0.65? Got to press it. That is 0.3. It means 1 block. You know, I'll be calling, some people will be saying, what is this square he's talking about? Because I'm using a rough sketch that's improvised because it's just a histogram. Look at what I mean. If this is to be your graph, see this hole, these small squares. Can you see it clear enough? Yes. If you can't, small squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you see it? That's from this division, it means one of these represents 0.3. Now to get the solution for this graph will mean that how many holes do you think, or how many squares do you think we have covered here? This is not more than 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this side is bigger. And what is the range here? This is 0.95. So you have to say 0.95 plus 4 bracket 0.3. That is 4 times 0.3 times 4, 1.2. So 0.95 plus 1.2. That's your solution now is 2.15. So modal height equals 2.15. This is how when you trace it this way, I bet you will get the exact value on the Waec marking scheme. No argument about it. There is no argument. Whatever they are having or they are going to have is what you will have. So this is the final solution to this question. Now we're going over to question number 6. Here said that there are 6 boys and 8 girls in a class. If 5 students are selected from the class, find the probability that more girls than boys are selected. Find one. Before we proceed, let's clean our histogram. Okay, there are 6 boys. I will say boys equals 6, okay? Good. How many girls? 8 girls. Girls, 8, meaning total equals 6 plus 8, 14. That's good. Now you know the total. The question is, if 5 students, there's something called n, that is small n, equals 5. I will show you the n. That's n combination r. That's what I'm talking about. But recall that probability simply means numerator all over denominator, where numerator is what? The favorable outcome, then denominator, the total outcome. Okay, look at how we're going to get our favorable outcome. What is our favorable outcome? That is the probability that more girls are there than boys. How do we handle it? It goes 8 combination 5 multiplied by 6 combination 0 plus 8 combination 4 times 6 combination 1 plus 8 combination 3 times 6 combination 2 plus 8 combination 2 times 6 combination 3. Can you notice something? The instruction was more girls than boys. If we include 8 combination 2 times 6 combination 3, you can see now boys are more than girls. Therefore, this is not necessary. So you are going to stop here. And I say divided by, this is PR of more girls than boys equals this. So the original probability is going to be what? 14 combination 5. So this will give us 8 combination 5, 8 combination 5, okay, let's solve everything so that in case you don't know how to do this, you learn it once. 8 combination 5 means 8 factorial all over 8 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial times 6 factorial all over 6 minus 0 factorial times 0 factorial plus 8 factorial all over 8 minus 4 all factorial 4 factorial times 6 factorial all over 6 minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial plus 8 factorial all over, let me extend this, all over 8 minus 3 factorial dot 6 factorial all over 6 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial all over 14 combination, that is 14 factorial all over 14 minus 5 all factorial dot 5 factorial. So 8 combination 5 equals 56. So 56 times 6 factorial means 1 plus 8 combination 4 70 times 6 combination 1, that is 6 plus 8 combination 3, 56 times 6 combination 2, 15 divided by 14 combination 5, 2002. This will give us 56 plus 420 plus 56 times 15, 840 all over 2002 to give us 840 plus 56 plus 420 equals this 1316 all over 2002. divided by 2002. That is 0.657. Recall that probability cannot be greater than 1. It is either 0 point something or exactly 1. That is how to determine when you are wrong and when you are right. It's quite an interesting topic. So, the probability of more girls than boys is what you have seen there. Now we are going over to question number 7. Question number 7. A bus travels with a velocity of 6 meters per second. It then accelerates uniformly and travels a distance of 70 meters. If the final velocity is 20 meters per second, then find correct to 1 decimal places the acceleration. You know, from the beginning of this video, when I was telling you that if you are a science student, it means that you are offering further maths automatically. This is physics. So you must be expecting such questions. So, recall from equation of motion, we have some formulas we normally apply. Which formula has business with distance? Recall that v square equals what? U square plus 2as. Can you remember? Of course, you have recalled. But here, we can also say that v square minus u square equals 2as. We can recall that final velocity is v and the initial velocity is u. Do you remember? Okay, a bus travels a velocity of what? 6 meters, blah, 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 into what? The final velocity as what? 20 meters per second. Okay, the question, our interest here is find who? Acceleration. If we are to find acceleration, we are dividing through by who? 2s. 2s. So that a equals v square minus u square all over 2s, okay? Now, acceleration equals 20 square minus c square all over 2 times 70 meters. So, acceleration now equals 400 minus 36 all over 140. Acceleration equals 400 minus 36, 364 divided by 140, 140, 2.6 meters per second square. 2.6 meters per second square. This is the acceleration of this body, of the bus. The acceleration of the bus. Let's see the sub-question of this. If the final this is this, find correct to 1 decimal place the time to travel this distance. Okay, this distance in question, what is the distance they're talking about? It's just 70 meters, okay? Now, recall first equation of motion, that is v equals u plus 80, okay? Now, if I say v minus u equals to 80, and we are looking for time, making time subject to the formula, meaning multiply by 1 over a, 1 over a, we have v minus u all over a equals to t. Now t equals v minus, that's 20 minus 6 all over 2.6. T now equals 14 all over 2.6. Time equals That is 14 over 2.6, 5.38 seconds. To one decimal, that is 5.4 seconds. I think there is no big deal in handling questions of this nature. So that is the solution for this question. The final part of section A, which is question number 8. P is the midpoint of NO and equidistant from MN and MO. If MN is 8i plus 3j and MO is 14i minus 5j, find MP. Good. This is vector question. Let's look at the vector mentioned in above question. So we have to create a triangle. This is M. O. N. You were told P is the midpoint and equidistant from MN. See MN. Then that is vector MN plus NO equals vector MO. You have to know how to establish relationship in vector. Recall, this is midpoint. Midpoint means half of that triangle. Okay? Now, find MP. For we to get MP, we need to have our MN is 8i plus 3j, okay? Then MO is 14i minus 5j. If we have MO, we have MN. It means we don't have NO. Okay, now NO, vector NO implies vector MO minus vector MN. That is MO 8i plus 3j minus bracket 14i minus 5j. This will give us 8i plus 3j minus 14i plus 5j, okay? To give us minus 6i plus 8j. This is our NO, vector NO. But recall that P is a midpoint. So, we need to get the midpoint of this OP and PN. This is OP. We also have PN, okay? And two of them implies that is OP plus PN equals NO, okay? So, if these two are this, so we'll have to get half of NO. Half of NO implies what? 1 over 2 bracket 6 minus 6i plus 8j, okay? To give us what? Minus 3i plus 5j. Now we are looking for vector MP. If this guy is coming down, MP, and this way, MP. See here, we have here minus 3i plus 5j. This plus this equals this. That is vector mn plus vector np equals vector mp. And this is the question you were told to provide the solution. Therefore, mp equals what? Mn. What is Mn? 8i plus 3j plus mp bracket minus 3i plus 5j. This will now give us 8i minus, okay. This is, sorry, this plus this, okay. This I minus minus 8j is 22, 3j. So this is 8i minus 3i plus 3j plus 5j. This will give us 5i plus 8j. So this is the vector MP. MP is 5i plus 8j. 5i plus 8j. This is the end of section A.